Despite the time, effort, and money poured into buildings, sometimes imposing structures become damaged, outlive their original purpose, or just become outdated. Here, Factography has put together a list looking back on a few memorable demolitions from around the world. On November 27, 2020, the abandoned Mina Plaza in Abu Dhabi went out with a bang as demolition teams razed it to the ground to make way for a new development. The 4 towers came down in 10 seconds using 6,000 kilograms of explosives and 18,000 individually programmed detonators. The towers, with a total of 144 floors, were fitted out with controlled explosives that turned them to rubble seconds after detonation. The end result was a Guinness World Record for the tallest building demolished using explosives, in a controlled demolition, which was 165 meters. Residents near Port Zayed were able to see the demolition from afar, while the sound of the controlled explosion reverberated throughout the city. At the time, Abu Dhabi Media Office said the unfinished buildings would make way for a new 3 million square meter, multi-purpose complex that will transform Mina Zayed into a tourism, commercial and residential hub. On October 27, 1993, fireworks ripped through the night sky above the Dunes Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, U.S. Celebratory music echoed throughout the air and several cannon blasts were let off from the English ship HMS Britannia, located at the nearby Treasure Island Casino. The evening had all the markings of an elaborate opening ceremony, but what followed was just the opposite. More than 200,000 people watched on as controlled explosives were detonated to bring down the 38-year-old building. It had closed its doors to the public earlier that same year due to a host of financial problems. Today, the Bellagio Hotel and Casino, famed for its dancing water fountains, stands where the Dunes once was. In 1967, the Coochy power station was opened in a small town in East Lothian in Scotland, UK. 2 149-meter twin chimney stacks were the most recognizable feature of the coal-fired station. During its 45 years of operation, it powered electricity into more than 1 million homes annually, but local residents were not a fan of the site, claiming it was unsafe due to pollution. After several protests, the residents finally got their wish and the curtains closed on the power station in 2015. The demolition was a treat to watch as both chimneys fell sideways, crashing into each other, before falling to the ground. One of the most recent controlled demolitions on the list is that of the Morandi Bridge in the Italian city of Genoa. The eerie structure stood as a sobering reminder of a tragedy that took place less than a year before when the bridge collapsed during rainstorms as cars traveled across it. 43 people were killed when a 210-meter stretch of the structure fell 45 meters in August 2018. Thousands of people were evacuated from the nearby area ahead of explosions to bring down 2 large towers, consisting of about 4,500 tons of concrete and steel in 2019. Construction on this 30-story building was completed in 1957. Less than 5 decades later, it became rubble again. The imposing structure, located in Fort Worth, Texas, was noted as the tallest building in the city until the completion of the Fort Worth Tower in 1974. It was originally used as the headquarters for a large bank, but was later abandoned in 1990 as newer buildings sprouted up around the city. The landmark tower stood vacant for more than 15 years and was badly damaged by a tornado in 2000, which eventually led to the structure being deemed unsafe. The tower was demolished by controlled explosive implosion on March 18, 2006. On March 26, 2000, the Kingdom Sports Complex in Seattle, U.S., was demolished to make way for a brand new multi-purpose sports arena. More than 32 kilometers of detonation cord was placed throughout the stadium before the dynamite was sparked. The 22,000-ton roof, which curved downwards like a mushroom, collapsed into a billowing dust cloud as thousands watched on to see the iconic building in its last moments. The structure was first completed in 1976 at a cost of $67 million and was home to the Seattle Seahawks football team and baseball Seattle Mariners. The Grand Prince Hotel Akasaka in Tokyo, Japan, consisted of 39 floors and stood 141 meters tall. The upscale hotel was noted for its distinctive sawtooth facade of aluminium and glass. It was eventually demolished in 2013. The New York Times said the hotel was a victim of the commercial real estate in Tokyo, where high property values, changing design standards, and other factors have conspired to create a bull market for demolition. This demolition project was carried out a little different to the usual way in that it didn't involve a wrecking ball or explosives. Instead, a crane was used to painstakingly take out all the beams, concrete and paneling from inside. A version of this story was first published on November 11, 2020.